think traditionally men were taught mparare.
Mwanaume ni kuparara.
Jasho. But the modern woman doesn't want that.
Me, I woke up like this.
You see, for me, skin care started as I was a little girl. I hadn't found my why until COVID. So I had to go back and research. DIYs are not safe and too much alcohol intake.
What's too much?
Is there a limit?
I would have to ask a nutritionist, whatever you take every day makes your skin very sensitive. People are going for ice baths now. Yeah, to increase body circulation. She can't come into the clinic and I'm telling her, this week we are still exfoliating, next week we are still exfoliating. There's something unique about her that's different from you.
What was the first thing you did this morning as you got out of bed? Did you look in the mirror? Did you look at your face? And what did you see? I'm not talking about the hangover or anything. What did your skin look like? That's a big question because we all know what everybody around us tells us. Our skin should be flawless, poreless, glowing, gorgeous. I can tell you I did not wake up like this already just off the bat. And, social media especially has given us this message. This is what it should look like. But our skin, actually, our largest organ, is real. It's textured. It has a lot of different elements impacting it as well. So the products promise great skin, influencers promote it, and the filters, they actually give it to us only on the screen. What happens behind that? Now, today, we're going to unpack the beauty industry, real skin, real people, and joining us for this very real conversation is Milkah Wachira, a certified aesthetician who has a clinic called Skin Reveal Aesthetics. She deals with a lot of stuff from hyperpigmentation, acne, and beyond. And it's not just surface level. There's a lot happening beneath. So we're going to unpack all that on this episode. I'm Malika alongside Jimmy. How you doing?
How you doing? I'm good. Me, I woke up like this.
You see, men are just lucky that way.
Us men, we just wake up, shower, water in your face, and then you just bounce outside.
How I wish that was my life.
But anyway, we are going to get into it because maybe I think I'm okay, but I'm not. But as you said, I think the skin being the largest organ is one of those things that we think. I don't know whether we think about it as much as we should. And maybe I'm sitting here on one front being a student. So for me, this episode is going to be like, I just want to learn. And then the other part is just, bringing, I think, the male perspective to this. Because I think we may not, I think we've not had these conversations openly as guys. The much I know about me is that I think my face has oily skin. So, and how I learned that is I used to use lotion that would make me shine by lunchtime. But now I've known that in this big age. So what have we been doing wrong? What have we been doing?
I think a lot of guys, it's their significant other who introduces them to a few things in skincare.
Yeah, let's find out.
Welcome, Milkah.
Thank you.
We're so glad to have you with us today. Even as we just kick things off, right off the bat. How are you feeling?
Amazing.
Yeah?
We're talking about skin, my first skin podcast.
That's great. So just, already from a holistic perspective, from where you sit, how has the beauty standard really changed first off in like the last decade, 15 years or so?
I think because we live in the day of information is everywhere, we have a lot of education that is available everywhere. You'll go and tell AI, please create for me a skincare routine. It's going to give you something. So there's more information in the market. Even as we do consultations with clients, they are very, very informed. They'll come with challenging questions, which is very good because that's where education comes in, understanding your skin, helping you to find what works for you as a person, because skin is not, it's different for a man and a woman and for each woman and man. Yeah.
How did you even get to doing this?
For me, skin care started as I was a little girl. Now, in hindsight, that is what I'm told by my aunties. Christmas decorations, the paper decorations, the red ones.
The old school ones. Yes. The ones that we are about to start putting up very soon in some houses.
I was always having it on my lips. She would tell me I would always be on the mirror admiring myself. And I think as I grew older and I was going to high school, I was always looking at my shopping cart. Do I have something for my face?
Really?
Back in the day, Fair and Lovely, for those who were there. Then Gold Touch. I saw my mom use Pimplex and Solex.
Me, I used to just carry chapos.
Chapatis, yeah, that's. So yeah, it started way back, and the interest was there. It's only that I hadn't found my why until COVID. No, seriously, that's when I thought I need to now give solutions, because I was selling skincare to people, and sometimes I would give you a skincare product, you come back to me to replenish, your skin has improved. But beyond that, there were conditions that would need more modalities like treatments. If you look at acne as it heals, if it was cystic acne, that's the ones that flare up and you swell and you can't even touch your face. You need deeper treatments like peels, you need microneedling. But there weren't schools in Kenya that would offer that. And if there's one thing I wouldn't joke with is trial and error on someone's body. So I had to go back and research what are the best schools that are available to start with education. Then I'm very, very big on research. So that also helped me debunk what I'm not getting in school. Where can I get the information? Yeah.
And talking of, all the research, there's a lot of labels we see on skincare. And many of us don't really understand all those ingredients. They're very complex. So from what you've seen, what is some of the biggest BS in terms of marketing when it comes to skincare products that you've seen out there?
When you tell me glass skin, when you tell me I want to...
Glass skin.
Yes, is that word, glass skin? My Korean skincare is working for me, or you're looking at the price tag and you want that product to last you for 2 years. That product is formulated with an organic and inorganic formulation that could end up being a toxic product. It's like food that we buy in the supermarket, then it gets spoiled, then you eat it, it's going to damage your body. So it's the same thing with skincare. Reading the labels is very important. One simple one you could use is look at the expiry date, look at the period after opening. There's that icon jar that shows opened.
Like 12M,
yes,
6M,
3M.
What are you guys talking about?
So now it means that if it says 12M, once you've opened it, you can't use it beyond 12 months.
Yes.
And some of us keep those things in like our bathroom shelf for like 5 years.
Yes.
You'll pick it up every 2 years or something.
Then you blame the brand. It doesn't work. I don't have results. But you don't understand how to read the labels. When you open that product, there's a formulation process that went through it. So it will start oxidizing. That is, open every day, close it. You're putting it in temperature. Some of you put your products on the bathroom window in a lot of heat. They oxidize. That means the same analogy you'd put an apple and you cut it out.
Yeah.
It's the same thing with skincare.
Okay.
So expiry and period after opening is very, very key.
So that's from a product point of view, which I know we will get even much deeper. Now, when it comes to like the motivations, are there different motivations that men approach this from that is different from women? And I'm talking about like the whole skincare that you have seen.
Men are motivated when their women drag them to the clinic. I mean, you want to bond, you want to do your routine with your man. So you'll be told, I'll age very fast, you won't age. Let's go have a skincare routine. The influence is mainly from women. Very few men will walk into the clinic. They're very, very self-aware men. They want to take care of themselves so that when they are dating, when they're doing business, they look sharp. Yeah.
And at that point, when men talk about skin, are we talking about skin or our face? Most of us just deal with here and probably just because now we know ashy elbows are not a cool thing.
Yes, they tell your age.
Yeah. So now we will put it here.
Yeah.
I don't know if dudes have this thing where after the shower, umekaa hapo with a towel just oiling yourself. I can see how uncomfortable the crew is already when I'm having this conversation. So you're saying that when we men think about skin, are we thinking about our face, or do you think of people looking at it overall? Because I feel like women do look at it overall. Yeah.
The first point of interaction when I look at you is your face.
Yeah.
So I'll make judgment. Your skin is hyperpigmented, your chest is brighter. Why is your face darker? So mainly it's the face for women, and it's the most inflamed because it's exposed, and the hands as well. But ideally, you need to look at the whole body. The skin around the body and the face is also very different. The skin around the body is like a carton, slightly thicker. The skin around the face is like that paper exercise book. And the skin around the eyes, I say it's very, very thin. The eyes, lips, and the neck. So it all has different thickness. So taking care of the face is the first point because that's where you're conscious. How will people look at me and perceive of me? Then when your skin around the face is okay, you want to think about your body. You look at the areas like elbows, inner thighs for women because of friction when you're walking. Look at hyperpigmentation on different areas because there are people who get acne around the chest, the back, and also at the bum. So it's very different for men and women. Also, men have thicker skin, and you're only dealing with one main hormone. But in 4 weeks, women have gone through different phases. So it cannot be the same. We are prone to acne, hyperpigmentation, because we go through a lot of inflammation more than men.
Okay.
Yeah.
And
so the influence point is women or that very self-aware man who is saying, it's my time to take care of myself. And there should be an influence for that man. Probably they saw the mom look good or the dad. There's a point of reference why they want to look the way they want to look.
And so okay, so from I still want to stick there to the motivation a little bit. In your clinic, how many visits do you get from? Do we come from? You know when you mention healthcare, very few people will look at skin as part of healthcare, and that's layer one. Then layer two is we are talking about African contexts. We tend to think, we have melatonin. Again, I may be wrong. You're the one to correct us here. So I may be less affected by the sun and so on and so forth. As we are progressing, obviously as women, as you said, there are many things that are coming into play. Are there ages is there age differences, that brackets that the focus on skin needs to be different? I just want to, just take us through.
I understand that.
Yeah.
25 to mainly 40, they're very conscious. Maybe you've started your job, you're dating, you are available, you want to look good. And someone who has that spending capability and they want to invest in themselves. That's the first point.
Okay.
You're done with school, you are earning now, and you want to take care of yourself. So that's the first point or age bracket. Men, very few will come. In a month, I would say like 5. And in that month, we've seen like 100 women.
Oh, wow. Okay.
Yeah. And also different communities. Somalis love taking care of their skin. The men will walk in and they'll tell you, I'm on Snapchat. I'm taking my video as you do my facial or my treatment. I want to record what I'm doing. And they'll come with their women because they come as communities. 5 women will come together. The man will pay for his bill and have the women's bill to take care of themselves. In their culture, they have to smell good and look good. So that's something within their culture. So we also have to respect cultures are very different. When it comes to melanin and the misconception that I don't need sunscreen or taking care of my skin, it only catches up with you with time. You have some element of melanin, which the main thing about melanin is protection. By the time her skin is burning and your skin is burning, you will take longer time in the sun than she will. But over time, you'll get the hyperpigmentation, which will be so difficult for me to work on it on your darker skin than it is for her. Because any treatment that is done on your skin, melanin will be on the way because it knows it needs to protect you. Anytime there's sun, anytime there's inflammation, you use a lot of hot water, there's heat, it's going to trigger melanin. And that's how pigmentation forms in very melanated skin without knowing, because you think I'm darker skin toned, I do not need sunscreen. But over time, inflammation is building. The same way our body ages, and you find when you're younger, you're feeling fit, you can play around. When in your 35 and 40s, you're very conscious of what you're eating. You have to work out because your body is slowly wearing out. Same thing with skin.
Okay.
It's interesting you brought in, of course, melanin and its protection. It plays such a key role in so many functions of the skin. But these days there is, so many skin lightening treatments out there that are stripping your skin of so many essentials. And of course, all these brands promise different things, but we've also seen right here in Kenya, there's a lot of korogo, people mixing on their own things without knowing that these chemicals are so harsh and harmful in many other ways. So what's your take on that, on products which are promising changing the tone of your skin in that way?
First of all, we have Brightening and lightening. If a product promises you to lighten your knuckles in a week, please ditch that. To undo damage that has accrued over 30 years, it won't be 1 week process.
Is that the bleaching?
That's the bleaching now.
Okay.
Yeah. They won't say to you bleaching, but they're going to promise you in 1 week you're going to achieve a different skin tone. Then how should I change my color from the way it is to 3 shades lighter? But probably over time I had pigmentation and I want to restore to default settings, how you were born with your color. That is possible, and you can slowly brighten safely, but not beyond the color you were born with. We call it phototype. There's no way you can get to her color. It's not possible, but there's a way if you are slightly
Some
darker.
parts of me can. Millennials, we wore nappies. Unajua
Mlivaa nappies zikaleta
huku we are
pigmentation.
dark, we're like combat. So
Yeah.
huku it's dark, huku it's a bit light, huku
Yeah.
yeah.
So how do you determine your true color? You look at areas that are hidden, like your chest.
Okay.
Yeah. You'll know your true color. And now the bum area, which underwent the nappies,
Ilichomwa na nappy.
ilichomwa na nappy, which is heat if you think about it. Your diaper ilikaa ikakuwa wet, which slowly caused pigmentation. Yeah.
Okay.
And also there are other parts of our bodies that will just be hyperpigmented. Because if you think of life, you sit for so long, that area has a lot of melanin, it will become darker than others. So if you look at your underarm, inner thighs, the bum, it's normal for some areas to be darker.
It'll be dark.
Yeah. First thing we need to understand is that. Number 2, you cannot change your color to 3 shades lighter, but you can slowly brighten. Think of you using a vitamin C. We call it an antioxidant that can neutralize free radicals. If I'm too technical.
You will still need to explain what free radicals are. Unless I'm the only one floating in this situation.
I feel like I've seen a visual of these things on an ad, but
Yes.
I wouldn't know what they are.
they? Yeah.
Yeah.
Free radicals is what is toxin that I cannot see. Smoke, the rays from these bulbs, the light, which can damage your skin. So you want to apply that vitamin C that will donate itself to the damage and keep your skin protected. See how you cover your fruits with cling film?
Yes.
And you cannot see the cling film and you can see your fruits. Same analogy, the vitamin C plays on your skin. Very important. And the sunscreen as well, because that is what protects you from UV damage. So you want to protect your skin first and depigment slowly, but not to the tune of changing how you are born.
Okay.
Yeah.
So you said there's a
Behind your
difference between
ears
brightness and
lightening.
lightness.
Yes. Let's brighten safely. Behind your ears, you'll know your true color. Around this eye area, the neck, and sometimes your chest. But then, kama umepata pigmentation on your elbow, it's because of the friction.
Yes.
Daily on the desk, driving, the rubbing. It will cause hyperpigmentation. So you could slowly use ingredients that could protect your skin. And if you think about skin, if you want to avoid inflammation, it's making sure you're using a product that's within the safe pH level. The natural pH of the skin is between 4.5 and 5.5 thereabout. But if you're using, for instance, lemon, which is very, very acidic, it's about 3, very, very alkaline, very acidic, sorry. It's going to strip your skin and you're going to have inflammation. The skin is an organ that heals, breathes, and protects itself. It's going to communicate. You're going to feel a tingling sensation. It's communication. So listening to your skin and how it feels, if you're cleansing and you're feeling a burning sensation, something is not right. If it's a cleanser, it's the wrong product for your skin. Yeah. That's why starting with a consultation to understand what you will use and what you'll use is very, very important.
I'm glad you brought up lemon because, you know, a lot of us see all these recipes online. Rubber potato for this, tomato for this, cinnamon and honey for that. You know, put it on your face, make a mask. It's like, should I eat this? Should I apply it? You don't know.
Yeah.
How safe is that for your skin barrier?
DIYs are not safe, but skincare products are made from the same
Yes.
ingredients.
Raw ingredients.
Yeah.
But they have been formulated in a way, they have preservatives, they have, if you look at, you're cutting your potato, and you're cutting your lemon, look at the hygiene standards. In the laboratory, there's a standard that they're going to use and there's going to be hygiene and safety. But you're in your kitchen using your own DIY. So there's going to be hygiene standards, there's going to be preservatives, there's going to be the storage, there's going to be the temperature. So eat those healthy fruits, the berries, the lemons, eat them. Use formulas that have been formulated in the lab. That is safe for your skin. or the
Okay.
DIYs.
And the formulas, nowadays we see 12-step skincare routines. And is it just this propaganda to make us buy more product? Or do you think some of these have merit with the layering aspect, especially sunscreen? 2 fingers worth has been promoted in many places, especially when it comes from the product suppliers themselves and the manufacturers. And then reapplying every few hours. Do you think it's overkill?
It could be an overkill, but what we do in our clinic, if you're bringing your brand, we have to understand, why did you think of formulating the 12-step? What is the purpose? I'll give you an example of one. They call it paramedical skincare. We cannot sell to you off the shelf or on our website. You have to come in for a consultation. If you think of their routine, they have a cleanser, which I have to give you milk. You mentioned the sensitivity. Step 2, it has a melanin inhibitor. Very mild, to make sure in case you go to the sun and there's inflammation, your melanin is inhibited not to overreact and produce more melanin, which causes hyperpigmentation. Step 3, vitamin C. Protect your skin from the free radicals we spoke about. And now you have an idea. What you cannot see with your naked eye, but it's toxic in the environment. Step 4, your moisturizer. We're already at number 4. Step 5, they have a mist that takes care of, the skin has sudoriferous and sebaceous glands, water and oil to make the skin barrier. So it mimics how the skin functions. You're already at step 5. And step 6, sunscreen. So can you see they're explaining the purpose of each step? This is scientific and it makes sense. But someone can't tell you, I want you to use niacinamide and retinol this morning. I want you to use vitamin C in the evening. What is the basis behind that? So every formulator has a reason why they introduced that step. It's the first thing we try to understand. Number 2, we look at our base or customers. We are very melanated. Factor that in mind. What works for your people? Have you tested it over time and seen that it works? So I don't have an issue with the 10-step, 12-step, but give a backing of the scientific backing behind the formulation. Because for me to formulate a brand, there must have been a reason. Probably I saw the Somali community has very thin skin, so I'm formulating a brand that is going to help thicken their skin. I want to incorporate peptides that are the building blocks of the protein to make sure the collagen and elastin is intact. Amino acids to make sure your skin is plump. So by the time I'm approaching the Somali community, I have a reason why I decided to work with them and why my formulation is explaining what works for them. Because you'll find their skin is very, very thin and very, very sensitive. So if there's no backing, ditch that. So let someone explain to you why they're giving you that 10-step or 5-step. But I think maximum should be 6. And then in a regime, you want to also focus on what is for daily use, AM, PM, and weekly. If you're above 35, you should now start introducing retinoids. What do? They increase something we call cell turnover. Our skin sheds itself in 28 to 31 days. But that process, as we age, slows down. It will turn over in 45, 50, making your skin look dull over time. So what does retinol do? It speeds that process up so that new skin cells are encouraged to form. It also helps with hyperpigmentation, acne, and aging. So can you see I'm explaining the reason why I'm giving you retinoid and why at 35? Because as you age, there's what happens naturally in your body. So let someone explain to you why, not just teaching the product. So it could be a marketing point to sell, but someone who is explaining will make more sense.
Okay.
Yeah.
So of course, there's a lot. But what's like the biggest enemy to healthy skin? Is it ignorance? Is it impatience? Do we want quick solutions?
You're really naming them.
What is it? Because I feel, we need to start addressing them. Because one of the things I'm learning from this is you can't start buying things if you do not know what your. I think from what you're saying, it's important to know your skin type. In the same way you know your blood type. In the same way that you know other things. So what's our biggest inhibitor to healthy skin?
I think there's so much noise. I turn this side, there's an influencer selling this brand. pushing this brand. I turn this side, there's a dermatologist talking about this. There's an esthetician talking about what works. First of all, there's so much noise, and we understand there's a lot of confusion. When someone walks into the clinic and they've bleached their skin, we are non-judgmental. They do not know. Number one, no information, a lot of noise, and naturally, I think we are very impatient. Tell someone to go to the gym and wait for 6 months.
I want abs tomorrow.
Yes, I want abs
And
tomorrow.
to keep checking the weighing scale after going for 1 week.
Yeah, so if we would reduce the noise around and get the right information and understand you as a person and go to the right practitioner with patience, there's the element of also you feel you're using a lot of money and you want quick results. Probably you feel, I've used so much, when am I going to get results? So we debunk everything to the point we explain to you like a child what is expected. And sometimes, I'll give you a skincare routine and you go back home, use it, something happens. Maybe you purge or you feel the skin is feeling more irritated. There's information that you've still not given me fully. Probably during the weekends, you're there, sherehe.
Let's talk about that a little bit. Lifestyle.
Yeah.
Is there a part of this that lifestyle is, okay, we are told to drink water. When you're hanging, obviously, your skin is a bit dehydrated and pale.
Yeah.
So is it purely a products issue, or is there are there lifestyle things that we can do?
Lifestyle is key. It's very, very key. So if you take in lots of alcohol, you do not take water, you eat a lot of processed foods, what are they doing? They're increasing inflammation. And as we said, skin is the largest organ, about 21 feet. Every time you're feeding it things that are adding more inflammation. And don't forget, probably you have something that's unique to you. Maybe in your family you have an autoimmune disorder. Probably cancer, you're going through chemotherapy. Already your immune system is very, very low.
Okay.
So that, with the lifestyle factors, is going to exacerbate or increase the chances of inflammation. If you're going for chemotherapy, you're losing hair, your skin is thin, very sensitive. There's what in the clinic I can't give you. For instance, retinol, because it's going to increase the sensitivity. The gut, what you eat every day. It's a system that's the most active. Whatever you take every day makes your skin very sensitive. There are people who have intolerance to gluten, lactose, and maybe they do not know that will cause eczema. So we do a history check of also looking at your family line. What is there besides just the skincare? How do you sleep? Do you give your skin time to regenerate itself? If you sleep 4 hours, you're not giving it enough time. If you sleep 7 hours, you're giving it enough time. So lifestyle is very, very important. That is why a consultation is personalized to you. So that person that you've given a skincare product and they go home and they start purging, they didn't disclose during the weekend, they do this and that, they sleep 4 hours. So what we've done, we've made sure our consultation form covers everything so that you try and open up. Someone may not open up the first day because sometimes you're coming into a very vulnerable conversation and there are things that are going on. Of course, when you're coming to us, there's confidence, you feel you're exposing yourself too much, and we tell you this is a safe space, give all the information. You could be a smoker, shisha. Yeah, that will have an effect on your collagen.
The vape nowadays is very common.
Yes, it causes something called glycation. Glycation is where the collagen is tampered with when you smoke too much and you get cross-linked wrinkles at a very, very early stage. Wow. And I give the analogy of collagen as this house. It has beams and structures. That is what is holding the house together, or this slab. But if the beams are weak, which is now the collagen fibers, it's going to fall off. And you'll find very sloppy, skin that has lost elasticity. So that is what smoking does to the skin. And too much alcohol intake.
What's too much?
Is there a limit?
I would have to ask a nutritionist. We have to go to the intricacies.
So if weekend, like today, this weekend, and then maybe next weekend, is that? It depends on the person, obviously.
It depends on the person. And are you taking water?
While drinking?
Because alcohol dehydrates the skin. So how are you replenishing back? How do you eat every day? Do you eat those fruits and vegetables? Do you eat processed foods every day?
So it's a lot of things, obviously.
It's a lot of things, and you'll find we'll even refer you to a nutritionist, sometimes an endocrinologist, because there's a lot going on in the body that we may not debunk, and we may need professionals to now help with the other scope of the skin.
I'm about to ask a weird question. When do you think like medical covers cover what you do?
No, and the argument is that that is not a disorder that will cause death or will destabilize you from having your daily functions. But I think over time that is something that will...
It should be there.
It should be there.
The same way I can go to an optician or a dentist.
Yeah.
I should be able to come to you with my cover to have a lot. Because from what I'm getting is that there's a lot of intention, and I think it can deter people. You know, as you're saying, there are a lot of variables and things that determine. You either go to a nutrition or you go this way, or you go. I don't even know whether nutritionists are covered in most medical covers as well. But I think these are some of the things that should be thought about to make it more. I mean, health is not just as you've said.
It's how you feel as well.
It's
How will you show up for work today?
Yeah.
If you feel you have a lot of acne on your face, even with the best dressed up suits.
So now I'm still going back to that men conversation. Most of us would have, say, one product, like say soap. You guys would have soap for the face and soap for the rest of the body. Us is mostly that one. If it's the rest of lotion, maybe we just do here. Are there things that we are doing that are, for lack of a better word, fucking us up, that we do not know or we think is normal and that you want to talk about? Because I think there has to be a starting point.
Yeah. I think traditionally men were taught mparare.
Mwanaume ni kuparara.
Jasho. But the modern woman doesn't want that. I don't think they want that. I think we want men who can take care of themselves physically, mentally, financially, because we are taking care of ourselves much more now. So financially, unlike back in the day where we were also...
We're supposed to look rough.
Yes.
So that it shows a hard day's work.
Let that roughness be when you're trying to hustle out there. Bring the softness back home. Take care of yourself. And I think the basic is just cleanse your face, moisturize and use sunscreen. Just that. Yeah. Because you have the advantage of having thicker skin and you do not have a lot of hormonal fluctuations. A few men who do a lot of protein intake may have acne, and a common concern is ingrown, where you shave your beard,
And then it
pricks the skin back, which causes inflammation. That is the only thing I've seen we treat mainly.
Usually when you go to the barber shop, there's these ladies after they've cleaned your head, they're always asking, tukufanya facial? Tukufanya facial. And I'm always wondering, okay, do I say yes, do I say no?
Yeah.
There's a day I did it and my skin broke out. And I've never ever allowed anyone to do it after that. What is it that we don't know? Is it a product issue? Is it, again, it goes back to maybe what you're saying about they should have known? Or is it a practice that should be there in the first place? Or should someone at least ask a few questions before they start? Because before you know it, umefunguliwa shati, imefika hapa, they've started rubbing you. It's like a relaxing moment, and there you go, you've started being rubbed. There's a steam thing on your face. A lot of times we don't know whether this is helping or it's not.
I think in the first place we need to normalize what we are good at.
Okay.
When we become too salesy and you've come for a facial and I'm also now prescribing medication, it's not within my docket. I need to send you to a dermatologist who is going to prescribe antibiotics. If I try to do what I'm not supposed to do, it's unethical. I'm trying to mint money out of you.
Yes.
So you go to the barber shop, they're very good in shaving. The massage is very good. You want to relax, you're tired. If they're good at that, let them offer that. But why am I scrubbing your face and over-scrubbing weekly? I think you guys shave weekly.
Yeah, most of us.
Yeah? So why am I over-scrubbing your face and putting a steam without understanding your skin? Probably not a sunscreen. So am I jumping? Basics are cleanse, moisturize, and sunscreen. But now we've jumped and we've gone to exfoliation, scrubbing your face. So I need to give you first the basics, then I introduce you to scrubbing. So we've gotten a few, but now there's information. At least mnasema, where tu ni massage.
Yeah, you do your knee, and even
Yeah.
nowadays people are
Yes,
just
that's the beauty
reach
about
here.
now. Yeah, fika hapa, this is what you can do.
Yeah.
Now book for a massage, book for a skin consultation. With information, it has gotten better. But initially, we were having people who are not doing things within their scope. I don't know whether I should mention, I've owned a barber shop.
Uh-huh.
And that's something I really ditched. Hizo towels, kwanza, how do we soak them afterwards? That process of sterilization. And with OCD, yeah, I had to change the whole process. Yeah, those white towels after that. How are they washed? How are they sanitized? Does this person need that scrub? It's not necessary. For that extra 500, I'm going to lose a client who's not going to come back for that haircut. So stick to what you know and recommend or refer someone to an expert. Until that person sees hyperpigmentation or acne becoming worse is when now they'll know, oh, that's not her scope. Yeah. But it has gotten better with information.
Yeah, because a lot of guys, you go say yes. Before you know it, you have things on your face. Yeah. You've been scrubbed. What you're saying is afterwards, there's also a process that I should be going through.
Do they have sunscreen? Will they cleanse the next day? When we do facial treatments, we tell you do not apply anything overnight because what we have done is enough. Tomorrow, this is what you follow. There's a post-care and sometimes there's pre. We prepare your skin for some advanced treatments.
Okay. So some of these things shouldn't be happening.
They shouldn't be happening. But the regulations will come in over time because now with the age of information, you're finding things going wrong, lawsuits here and there, and then corrections within the industry, which is a good thing because we will all stick to what we are good at and we will serve people with the right standards.
Because and it's good we're talking about this because, going back to that point about men, I will say that there has been an advancement towards us thinking about how good will. I mean, when I grew up, a haircut wasn't the same price it is right now. There are places where haircuts will go north of some figures, and just a haircut, which you're doing every week, which means that people are thinking about. We might sit here and on the back of the screen say, we don't really care. But if you're going to pay 1,500 bob for a haircut or even more, it means that you do care.
You do care. You want to look good.
Yes. And because of that, there are certain things that therefore you can also do to make it better.
Yeah.
So wanaume tuache kukaa ngumu sana is what you're simply saying.
Yeah, normalize using that sunscreen. And also there's a feeling, I think, people will think I'm a sissy when I use this moisturizer. I can't even disclose to my boys that I have a skincare routine. I think we're done with that.
Yeah, most dudes, I don't think anyone... Okay, there are a few, as you said, who would even post their... I mean, I know a few influencers who do it.
Doing their regimes.
But if you can post a workout, I want to believe that it shouldn't...
You can post your diet now, you can post your skincare routine, you can post where you go for your haircut. It's all within the bracket of grooming. Yeah.
I think it's flipped a lot. Like, nowadays they say a beard is like a man's version of makeup. There's beard oils, there's fading, there's the comb, everything. And even like routines. Like on TikTok, there's a guy, I saw him doing his facial, routine. I thought it's more like in-depth than I've ever done. Like everything, eyelash, brows, each detail.
Oh, brows.
Yeah.
Wow.
And there's this guy who used to put ice. What's the value of that? Like you dunk your face in ice in the morning. I'm not asking for consultation. I know we need to come for that. But is there a value to these things? What is when we say a skin? Okay, this is going to be an unfair question because I guess everyone has their skin type and therefore what they should be doing.
Yeah.
But we see some of these things and then people end up doing them. So you see a guy has ice in a bowl in the morning, then you dip your face, and then it's bananas. What's that all about? Like, is there a truth to it, or is this just hype?
Icing reduces inflammation.
Okay.
Ice is cold.
So it's this like eye bags. When you say inflammation on the face, what is there?
Inflammation could be acne. It could be lymph around the eyes. So you want to put the eyes to constrict the capillaries and help with the movement of the extra fluid.
Okay.
If you have acne, we discourage people from picking their skin. It's better to ice, which is going to reduce the inflammation, the cold effect onto the skin. Yeah. It also temporarily just constricts the pores. And if you think of the pore, which has sebaceous,
I know you're trying not to get
I'm
technical,
trying to
but
simplify.
but it's okay. People will
Yeah.
have to Google these things. You can
Yeah.
pause and Google it. Uh-huh.
So there's the pore which has the sebum that comes off to the skin. But then sometimes the sebum is stuck within the pore. So the ice will constrict and it will encourage the flow of the extra fluid and dead skin out of the skin. So ice has a temporary effect on the skin. It's also very good for the body. You know, people are going for ice baths now.
Yeah.
Yeah, to increase body circulation. And also it constricts the capillaries, also good for the nervous system. So it's beneficial for the skin. Just take care not to overdo it in one point because it can cause an ice burn. Yeah.
Which, okay.
You want to massage it around your face to reduce inflammation. So if you have eye bags, if you have acne, enlarged pores, incorporating it in the morning and evening doesn't have any harm onto the skin. Yeah, so I think he started the trend and he has a reason why he's doing that for his fitness life. Yeah.
Okay.
Speaking of trends, there's also gua sha.
Gua sha, yeah.
Do you think that's like something that's useful over time if you stop doing it?
You have to be very consistent every day.
Yeah.
I don't think gua sha doesn't have any effect onto the skin. It's those things you do to bond with your
Self.
man, daughter, you know,
Okay.
those routine things you want to do. A nice video, feel good. You put the gua sha in a cold ice, place it onto the skin. You want to warm it. This is the effect of the warm and cold onto the skin. Now, putting something warm dilates the capillaries, encouraging blood flow. And there are some treatments that we offer that do this scientifically.
Okay. Now, going back to skin, are there something that goes on the skin that is a reflection of what's happening inside you that we should be aware of?
Yeah.
And I guess why I'm asking this is because it then stops becoming just a cosmetic thing.
Yeah.
People then get to understand that you look at it from a medical standpoint.
Skincare is not cosmetic, and this is how I will explain why it's not. We have, our skin has 3 layers: epidermis, dermis, and hypodermis.
That one I remember from science.
From biology.
Yeah.
So we have sebaceous glands that produce sebum. We have sudoriferous glands that produce sweat, which is the cooling system. Go to the sun, you sweat, it's on your surface of the skin, which is like the cooling system of the skin. But because we are different, someone will produce more sebum than the other person. The person who overproduces, what do they get? Acne. Mm-hmm. The person who underproduces, what do they get? Most likely dehydration, eczema. I'm eczema prone. I will barely have lots of sebum being produced. You can barely see my pores. We're in the normal to dry skin and someone else is in the oily combination to oily. So where skincare comes in is to make sure you're within the bracket of the pH I mentioned, which is the 4.5 and 4 to 5.5. That person who is overproducing sebum needs a cleanser like salicylic to clear out the pores. That person who doesn't have sebum at all needs a milk cleanser just to make sure they remove the dirt gently without damaging the pH of the skin. So skincare is not cosmetic. It's coming to fill in those gaps that we have because of different skin types. So why we have to normalize that it's not cosmetic, it's because we'll continue using the wrong thing of the trends, of the information on the internet, which is going to cause inflammation. So starting by understanding you and whether you produce more sebum, less sebum is where it all starts. And you can start by looking at your parents. Did my mom have acne or my dad? Did my mom have eczema or my mom? My dad or my mom? That way you'll know where your skin type lies. And if you cleanse your face and in 30 minutes you still feel dry, you've not felt the oil coming, most likely you're normal to dry. If you start feeling shiny after cleansing and you're going to the sun, that sebum is a natural moisturizer which takes care of your aging. It's only that we overproduce and underproduce. So that's where skincare comes in. It's not cosmetic. It's only that from the point of information we are given, you're supposed to glow, look good. The word glow should go. It should be healthy skin. Yeah, not perfect skin.
Have you seen this new generation, the Gen Z, staying away from, those pancake-esque makeup trends that were so popular for millennials? We had like 16 products for one makeup routine. But I feel like the new generation, they want to stray towards the more natural aesthetic anyhow.
I think the Gen Zs they're in the age of research. So wamezaliwa na hiyo
So it's not
AI.
just take and do.
Yeah, it's not just take and do. They're trying to eat right. Part of them I'm finding they're trying to eat right. And we are finding them coming with information. I did my research. This is what I found. This is what I have. What do I need? It makes our work easier. That Gen X, by the time you convince them, they're telling you, I'm 45 years, I've never had a routine, I look good. Your genes have taken you that far. By the time you're turning 45, already in your body, estrogen is dipping. So that is what used to take care of you, to have nice hair, nice skin. So why have you come? There's something you're starting to find off. But giving a Gen X that information, they're already telling you, I've looked good all my years. Why do I need skincare? So those are the people we break down into the simple nuggets why you need to start now.
Interesting.
And so is the industry, as you believe, solving the problems or depending on people's ignorance?
Depends on people's ignorance and also the professionals. People who are just selling products. There are people who are approaching this from a holistic and medical point, but there's a lot of ignorance. Yeah. And not everybody. Part of the demographic is really very good on research. You'll handle someone, they'll be like, wow, you are so informed. That is the easiest person to handle because you are reading from the same script. But that person who is working from ignorance and telling you about their genes, someone will even tell you, I want you to put a steamer on my face because I believe a steamer is going to remove all the gunk on my skin. The purpose of the steam is to soften the skin so that it's easy to remove the gunk, not to make it look better. And now we have products that even without a steam, professional products, they're going to remove the gunk off your skin. Just place the product on the skin, put a warm compress, that's it. So there are different types of people coming in with different form of information, and ignorance and lack of information being the biggest problem.
Okay.
Have you ever had like this nightmare client who's used like the worst thing they could on their skin? What has that been like?
It's been sugar and honey to exfoliate. Yeah. And we worked on her skin and she looks good now. She's actually...
So a combination of those homemade...
Yes, DIYs.
DIYs,
Yes.
which obviously...
Must have had. And also bleaching skin. Hydroquinone, mercury, those very, very... Hydroquinone is a very good ingredient, but it needs supervision onto the skin. What it does, it makes sure it inhibits the melanin. But overuse of the same could trigger other conditions, like on chronosis onto the skin, where you're finding your skin starting to look navy bluish. Have you ever seen someone who has that redness skin after bleaching and they're going to the sun, they're feeling very sensitive? So that is overuse of some skincare ingredients. Mercury has metals that are very harmful and could even harm your kidneys because you're overworking your kidneys by removing toxins from your body. So it's also from a point of ignorance, lack of information, and so much noise in the market that we don't know, who do I listen to? Yeah.
I think that's a big problem, the who do I listen to part.
Yeah.
Which brings me to even sometimes wonder, how do you tell from like an ethical clinic or one that is like predatory? How do you tell the difference? Because just from this very example that I was sharing with you of every time you go to the barber shop, they ask you for a facial. That's not coming from a point. Sometimes it's not coming. It's a hit or miss. It can lead to more problems than good. And sometimes if you're not following through, then there's no problem you're solving. You've just spent money, correct? If there's nothing you're doing to sustain, then you've just done it and until the next. And again, is there, as you've said, and I've learned right now, you can't do it every time you go to the barber shop. You can't do a facial every week, correct?
Yes, a facial is monthly, and there are some people with very, very a lot of conditions. They may come twice a month, some once a month. So that barbershop exfoliation, why is it weekly? And probably that person needs it even 3 times a week with a product that, back in the day, the scrubs are were physical. You could feel the granules. Now we have some that you can use. You can't see the granules, but they are still removing the dead skin. That's the whole essence of a scrub. So the physical scrubs are out and gone. When we were in high school, we were having apricot in our shopping basket to exfoliate. Right now, there's what you will use on your skin, which has ingredients like papaya, simple as pineapple and pawpaw. Now we call it papain and papaya, to munch the dead skin. And you see this is a fruit which has fruit enzymes that are going to remove the dead skin on your skin, but you won't feel the granules. So I will choose to exfoliate her skin thrice a week with a skincare product. I'll tell her, go use this thrice a week. I'll tell you once a week. And there are reasons why I'll tell you different. So when you go to the barber shop, it's the same prescription. It's not right. Because our skin types, they're different. Our skin condition is different. A client who travels a lot, there's a routine that she'll be given. A client who's locally available and they don't travel much, there's a skincare routine they'll be given. Why am I giving the traveling client a skincare ingredient that's different? Different climatic conditions, different waters in the places they are going. The pH of water, maybe unaishi Syokimau, maji ya huko ni ya chumvi. There's skincare routine that you need. Do you need a toner? Do you need a moisturizer?
Nothing against Syokimau.
Yeah, nothing against Syokimau, but you'll find people who are in very hot areas or maybe high salty areas, like Kitengela, someone who is coming from Kisumu, it's very hot. Mombasa, it's very humid. It depends with the climate, it depends with the water, it depends where you travel to. You're going to countries with a lot of winter, so it's very, very different. So she can't come into the clinic and I'm telling her, this week we are still exfoliating, next week we are still exfoliating. There's something unique about her that's different from you.
Okay.
There's also soft water and hard water, right?
Yeah.
Which then determines how it affects your skin.
Yes.
And you've mentioned something like an apricot scrub, with the walnut and that harsh kind of micro tearing it can do to the skin. There's a lot of celebrities now coming out with their own skincare lines. I mean, we've seen it with the Kardashians and others, and also it trickles down to, within different communities across each country, whoever is considered a celeb in different countries. What do you think about the use of celebrity skincare lines? What should someone watch out for? It shouldn't just be, I admire this person, they use it, they're saying this is good, let me buy it. What are some ingredients you should watch out for just naturally? This could be tricky.
The ingredients don't have a problem. How they're layered onto the skin is the problem. And different brands will have their different marketing strategies. Some will want to use dermatologists, aestheticians to have them within their backing. Some will use celebrities. But what are the review stories? Are we having some good results? Look at the reviews. Look at who they use. Most of the influencer-based, you'll find it's for quick hype. Yeah. So it also depends with the company's marketing strategy. Some will use a bit of aestheticians, dermatologists, and celebrities. I would first go for the backing of the medical and science bit more than the influencer-based.
Yeah.
I would understand ingredients, and it's hard for you guys to debunk ingredients. You may need someone who will tell you, niacinamide, retinol, vitamin C, different ingredients, mandelic, and why.
And not all ingredients are sometimes listed, right?
Yes, they don't list because plagiarism is big. We're in the culture of copying. You have a skincare brand, I want to see what you're doing, I copy. So you'll have the active listed and the inactive. So I'll protect my brand by not listing, especially if it's known. There's some products that are very, very not marketed in the industry, but the professionals know them. They are very good with like hyperpigmentation. They'll never give their formula out because plagiarism is very, very big in the skincare industry.
And especially with little information,
With
then
very little information.
it's just sort of like a storm of conflict.
Yeah.
What is right, what is wrong, then this person presents the information, then I follow that one.
So if there is influencer marketing, please look at the science behind the formulation. Look at the results they're posting. How are the reviews? Are we having people happy about the skincare products? Overuse in 1 year, 6 months? Are we having good results?
In the Kenyan market, what's one skincare issue or 2, 3 that you've seen is the most prominent when it comes to skin challenges people are facing?
Hyperpigmentation and acne. And it's because there's a lot of inflammation. And from a point of ignorance, we are trying out so many things and there's a lot of impatience. Yeah. if you want results in 1 week, it's not possible.
Mm.
Yeah, and I ask you, how long have you had these 30 years?
Hmm.
To give you results in 1 week.
In one, yeah, it's not magic.
And there's a lot of honesty. I'll tell you 6 months to 2 years, if it's melasma, very deep hyperpigmentation or post-inflammatory hyperpigmentation, cystic acne. Sometimes you want to refer someone for more, medical checks to see what could be up, because there's so many variables, as I said earlier. So depending, 6 months, 1 year.
Mm.
So that by the time we're starting out this coaching program, you already know what is in for you. But of course, in 3 months, you're seeing improvement.
Mm.
Yeah, because you are highly melanated. By the time I'm fighting that melanin in your skin, and I will ask you, if your skin is renewing itself in 28 to 31 days, who am I to change God's science of creation?
Yeah. Okay. So a few things that we are debunking right now, especially for men. One, mwanaume si kuparara.
Mwanaume si kuparara.
Yeah.
Hey, wanawake
we
wanataka
need to take the same way you take care of other parts of your body. This is also a key thing. Without following the trendy things, what are 3 things that, because I know most men fall in that bracket of we wake up, we just wash our face, we get out. What are 3 things that we can do as dudes to start off with healthy skin care and as we move forward without going too deep? Just 3 things.
Don't passport shower, first of all.
By the way, is there anything like over showering?
Yeah, like showering 3 times a day and over scrubbing.
That's a lot.
Yeah, that's a lot. If you have hyperpigmentation and you're over scrubbing, you are starting to increase inflammation. I think showering twice a day, gentle, it's enough. Men, please take time in the shower. 2 minutes, you're out.
Yes, that's not showering.
That's not showering.
Okay.
Cleanse your face with a gentle cleanser that will help your skin stay within the pH level.
So is that a product that someone should go seek? Go get a
cleanser
for consultation,
Yeah.
and then get a cleanser.
Yes.
What
If
else?
you have acne-prone skin, if you have ingrown hair, you may need help to manage that. Moisturize your skin and use sunscreen. And I know men don't want a lot on their skin. Yeah, or you don't have too much time. You just want to dress up and go. But the same way you invest in that nice suit, invest in a skincare regimen.
Usifunike suti,
Usifunike suti
usiweke
na-
suti juu ya nini?
Kuparara. The time you're sitting down, we can see your socks and your legs.
Ashiness.
Yes.
Okay. Because I think some of the parts in our body, the last time they saw oil was your mother struggling to get you into to oil you.
Yeah.
But I think what you're saying is that there has to be some responsibility.
There has to be some responsibility.
And I think failure to which we are heading where if we don't take care of it.
We are heading to you looking not very nice in your 50s. Because for men, it shows much later, not immediately. You'll see the nasolabial folds, the smile lines when you express ourselves, starting to get deeper. We call these glabella lines getting very deep, and you're rushing for now quick fixes like
Botox.
Botox is nice, but I have nothing against Botox. But why are you going for Botox when you can't even cleanse, use a moisturizer and sunscreen? Starting with the basics, going up.
So it's not that black doesn't crack. It cracks. You just have to take care of
that
it
it takes
longer
time.
and you still have to take care of it. It doesn't mean you misuse it.
Yes.
Since it does not crack. Okay, but what I'm loving is we are having a community of African black people, people in Africa who in their old age are still looking young. And I think that's a good thing. I hope it's because we are taking care of ourselves. I hope it's because also that lifestyle is also we are living better lives. But I also know that we covered something here when you said lifestyle, when you talk about drinking and so on. But I think stress as well contributes.
Stress is a huge factor. And I don't know how my parents managed. When I'm trying to compare, our parents now at 50s and 60s and us right now, how we're going to look at that time, I think we're having more pressure and stress. The harsh economic times, the little time.
And we drink
are
more.
Now career women, and we are drinking more.
Well, yeah. When you think about it, there are more clubs.
There are more clubs.
There are more. I mean,
Social
the social
spaces,
social spaces are
but
more.
you're also more informed about the side effects of that.
Yeah.
We are living in research. You'll go to AI and say, what's the minimum, I need to take alcohol in a month. It will give you some information. Our parents may not have had. Walikuwa wanakunywa Muratina. Maybe hawakuwa na sunscreen, kulikuwa na vumbi. And the free radicals I'm talking about, they were exposed to them much more because there was no information about skincare like it is now. Yeah, back then there was I can only remember Fair and Lovely and Gold Touch, which I think they're no longer in the market. Yeah, but now there is backing of what I am using. It is telling me this is the formula, this is what it does, and I am more informed. So I'd like to see how we will look like in our 50s compared to our parents. I think there's the element of stress which is different. There's high stress right now.
Okay.
I want to raise my kids. I want to be that career woman. I want to look good. I want to stay fit. That pressure to just balance it all. I think that is the main difference. Okay. But stress is a major, major thing. You want to, cortisol levels, it's a stress hormone, which really flares up if you don't sleep well, because I'm trying to take care of all the things in my life.
And there's also the quality of sleep. You can sleep, but you're
insomnia.
Yeah, but you're not. You're doom scrolling.
That's a very bad habit, and I know it does things to your
eyes,
to your hydration of your face as well, right? Because it's like the light saps out all the moisture.
Yeah.
So
our phones have some form of blue light rays, which is very little UV damage over a long time. These bulbs as well. So the comparison over the older times and now, for me, I feel it's the economic times are harder now, and the high stress to do it all. Back in the day, probably our moms were stay-at-home moms taking care of us and nurturing us. But also, walikuwa kwa moshi.
Yeah.
Free radical.
Yeah, and the dust was also
more. And the
more.
dust was there. But then now we have the information on the skincare right now, but then we are grinding, we are making money, we are raising children, we are having caregivers help us take care of our kids. But we have information that if I take a lot of alcohol, I will age quicker. If I eat lots of processed foods, I will age quicker. So I'm more conscious. I want to go to work, I want to have my routine, go to the gym, and then go home now, be with my family. Even if I'm going to the social spaces, I'll know now, if I drink too much, this is what will happen. Information is power. You're able to discern what to do with yourself. Yeah, rather than someone who doesn't have information and they're just doing things.
Yeah, just kyundudo, as they called it.
So that's the difference.
Okay. I think this has been...
You asked earlier on looking at what's the right medical practice to visit. You want to look at things like reviews. Can you see some good before, afters? Yeah. What influencers do those people work with? Yeah, want to look at case studies. If you're looking for results, of course, if you want that facial that's relaxing, utapewa your massage, I call them fluffy facials. Yeah, because you just want to go and get that good facial.
The placebo.
Yes, get that massage. Feel good, massage is good for your body. But then if you have acne, hyperpigmentation, you want results. Look at the reviews, look at their customer service. Yeah.
And stop using any face mask because it is a face mask.
Stop doing the DIYs.
And by the way, for kids, is there a limit to things that they should not do? Because I sometimes see, even in the casual bonding sessions, you want to do a facial with your...
In fact, there's a celebrity who launched like a kid skincare line recently, and she had a lot of backlash in the West because it's like, why are you marketing such harsh products to like 11-year-olds or 9-year-olds?
Is there a limit as to when this should start?
I think with that skincare brand, my issue was targeting kids as young as months.
Oh, really?
Yeah. And giving kids the pressure of starting. Already you're trying to teach this child, eat right, wash your hands, sleep at this time. Basics are brush your teeth, play, do homework, change their diaper. From 6 months and above, sunscreen is okay because you want to protect their skin. And their skin is quite thinner and it's trying to form. You don't want to overdo. But of course, if a child has conditions like eczema that you've noted at a younger age, they need to see a dermatologist for prescription. A little steroids to manage, a little lotions that are going to make sure their skin doesn't lose more water. And of course, there are practices that are taught within the dermatology space to take care of that child. Bathing the child, what soap are you using? Dove soap, which is gentle, or there's a good range that we recommend for kids that we use in the clinic. You want to apply their skincare on damp skin, protect them from direct sunlight by covering them with umbrellas or shawls. That's within the under 1 year bracket. But giving a child the pressure that they're from school and they have to cleanse their face, and I'm already dealing with adults who cannot do the same. How will you train a child? What's the priority? They're trying to form some habits. So with children, you just want minimal protection, a moisturizer and a sunscreen if they're going swimming.
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay.
And the right bar soap.
All right.
Cassons, ili tu.
That is the one that brought us up.
For me, it ilinichoma macho when I was growing up.
Oh, yes.
That is the brand I remember I used when I was young.
Yes. All right. I think this conversation has been very illuminating for me, and I know the questions may not be never ending, and they probably would come from left, right, and everywhere. But it's because these conversations haven't happened before, and I believe, and why we are having, if in case you're wondering why we are on this podcast discussing this, because we do F up a lot of times with even with the knowledge that we have, because again, as you said, it's too much, and so understanding these things and having open conversations about it is quite helpful. I think for me as a dude, there are some things that I know we should be doing. I think it's just society that makes it feel like we shouldn't be doing them because, it makes you feel
macho.
less macho. But if you're going to clean your hands, and we learned to sanitize during COVID, I think there are certain things we can do better. And I think that's the bottom line. Because we also want, as you said, the goal is to live a good life and to
look good,
look good and feel good. And as much as it's not a cosmetic thing, it is also an internal thing. It's a psychological thing. And I think that's thank you so much for opening up to this conversation without having paid the consultation. But I think I have already started seeing the need for it personally. Yeah.
So
I
you
think,
have 2 visitors already for your book.
Yeah.
Yes,
I think the guys here will have to think about some of the things we all do. Because we expose ourselves to a lot of rubbish outside here and we don't take care of ourselves. Yeah. So I think maybe we can close it off with a quick fire. We have a few questions and then we can close it off. But it's not questions like, they're not hard. It's just nothing that you need to think about too hard. Let's see.
Okay. One skincare product you think is overrated?
You don't have to mention the brand. It's just the
ingredient.
The thing.
Hyaluronic. Niacinamide.
Okay.
So anything with that. I don't want to
think
repeat
it's
what you've just said.
You can use it, but it's overrated.
Okay.
Hyaluronic, especially for the amping up of the moisture and hydration, right?
Yes.
Okay, one ingredient you think is underrated?
Vitamin C.
So in the form of like consuming it, like
application
or application.
Yes, but you can get your vitamin C in your oranges, citrus fruit.
Yes. Okay.
So don't worry, you don't have to.
You don't have to pack it.
Yeah.
Okay.
One trend you would ban from the internet forever?
One trend I would ban.
Bananas on the face.
But bananas was from that
dude.
one person. But there's what I think there's DIY. Yeah, because one person will take what's the name of this ingredient that is used for the body to brighten? Why is it escaping my mind? There's one that is overused to brighten.
Just a
Generally
home
DIY, like
So
It's a DIY,
just,
but it's common even within
homes.
facilities set up. Koroga and pack on the skin. Yeah. Turmeric, yes, turmeric to
Really?
brighten, because you have pigmentation, so you're taking that turmeric, you're grinding it and using it on the skin. It's a DIY, but I think it should be banned.
In South Asian culture, there's a lot of turmeric use, especially for skincare. Mix it with yogurt and chickpea flour, and that's like a very common face mask. So now that you've told us,
You shouldn't do that.
reevaluate.
Turmeric. Yeah, and DIY. Stop using honey and sugar on your face to exfoliate. And the misconception that acne is dirt. It's not. It's
Okay.
acne is huge chafu. It's a lot of things happening in the body that needs intervention from a diet perspective, lifestyle perspective, and skincare perspective. And sometimes make it, medical. You may need to even get to a point of getting Roaccutane to help you manage acne.
Okay, the biggest myth about glowing skin.
That skin can be perfect. Skin can never be perfect.
Skin can never be perfect.
Yeah, and that's one thing someone will come and tell me, you have very good skin, but they've not zoomed in to see what I see in my mirror. Yeah. So skin can never be perfect, but it can be healthy. This means that when you get that acne breakout every month, it's a normal process within your body, but working around that to manage is healthy practice.
This question might be answered differently by different genders. Stretch marks. Erase completely, normalize, or treat smartly?
Normalize and treat smartly. There are women who are okay with their stretch marks. They'll rock that bikini with their stretch marks. And I call it confidence. Yeah. You have acne, you have accepted, you have acne-prone skin, and you're taking initiative to take care of your skin. But nobody will tell you you are not beautiful. You feel within yourself you are beautiful. There are people who have stretch marks, and we have stretch marks because we birth children. Our skin stretches to this point.
I will answer this as a man of my age and say that leave stretch marks alone.
We leave them alone.
Yeah, leave them alone. They are not bad. They are just, I don't want to say the words that most people have used, but they are like thunder. They are fantastic. Leave
So
them.
you love stretch marks?
Yeah, they're fine. They're good. I mean, it's I don't see I don't see them in the same way that they have been marketed to be as a problem. They are not a problem as such.
So are you okay with the stretch marks as a man, with you having them, or on your woman? That's a very question we need to understand.
On the woman, I don't see that much of a problem.
No, when you say we leave them, is it that you're okay with us leaving them, with you as a man saying, kama niko nazo, wachana nazo?
No. Okay.
But on your woman or a woman?
I think as a dude, already people are not that conscious. So whether they have it or not is not an issue.
But it's because most women get stretch marks. So when you see them on yourself...
So the stretch marks we're talking about here, obviously, most of the time, the ones that are advertised mostly about eliminating and so on is women. And I will say, even in the women, I don't see the problem in it. If you've given birth, and where are they most of the time? They're on the diab most of the time. Fantastic.
And it's because skin overstretches, and it is very hard to clear stretch marks.
Yeah.
Whoever will tell you they will finish your stretch marks.
You know, there are those oils that are on the shelf saying stretch mark oil, this, that. I don't know.
You need a lot of different modalities to treat them. A lot of microneedling treatments, those oils.
Leave them.
Very expensive.
They are
So
fantastic. They leave them the way they are.
That is confidence.
I will not say anything else. One sentence you would tell your younger self about skin and self-worth as you close.
Confidence is embracing every imperfection or flaw that you have, but taking initiative to have information, the right information on how to treat whatever condition you have, and with the right practitioner. So if you have stretch marks in your family, or you have them, if you have varicose veins, if you have scars, if you have acne, pigmentation, be confident and embrace them. Don't use shortcuts. Now, find ways to treat them smartly, with information and with the right practitioner.
I think that's a nice close.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah. You want to close us off?
Sure thing. Thank you so much, Milkah. It's been a pleasure having you. If there was just one final tidbit you want to tell somebody watching about taking care of their skin, what would it be in like one phrase?
Get yourself a professional consultation. It's the first point.
All right. So now you know all about taking care of your skin. Thank you for joining us right here on the podcast, and we will catch you in the next episode. Of course, comment down below what you learned, what you're going to try and do next. Like, I'm sure, Jimmy, you have a few thoughts.
Yes.
for your skincare routine?
Yes. Not really routine. It's just at least knowing what your skin type is. Because I
Yeah.
think it's when you're asked that question and you're like, I don't know. At this big age, you should be knowing these things. But at least now I know a bit, but you've illuminated a lot about what some of the things we are always ignoring.
Absolutely. So like, subscribe, and we'll see you next time.
Awesome.